Hi everybody, this is Tiffany Wittrick for Lebanon Mennonite Church coming to you with another encouraging encounter. It is good to be back. I've been gone for a while. Come here, Shasta. You hear our dog Shasta in the background again. I am standing out here in one of my husband's fields that he's fertilizing today. And just being in this field and on this road reminded me of the parable of the prodigal son. And what that parable is it's a story about a father who had two sons. And one was a really hard worker, and the other one demanded his inheritance from the father before it was his time to get it. And so his father gave him the money, and he went to a faraway land and he squandered all of it. And his father, always missed him, would always look for him to come back. And then one day, the prodigal son, he found himself in a pig pen, basically, it says, eating pig's food. And he kind of came to himself and said, what am I doing here? I mean, even the servants at my father's house eat better than this. And so it says he came to his senses and he went home. And I'm just going to read to you where that story picks up when his father saw him from across a field like this, is how I imagine it. It says, when his son came to himself, he said, how many of my father's hired servants have more than enough bread, but I perish here with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me as one of your hired servants. And he arose and came to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion for him, and ran and embraced him and kissed him. And the son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servants, Bring quickly the best robe and put it on my son, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet. And bring the fattened calf and kill it, and let us eat and celebrate. For this, my son, he was dead, and he is now alive, and he is not lost anymore, but is found. And they began to celebrate. I want to encourage you today that wherever you've been and whatever you've done, that story is really about our Heavenly Father embracing us to come home. His right hand is never too short to grab you from your situation. He is always there, and he always loves you. And he is always watching and always looking and always beckoning you to come home. And if you have relatives that are lost right now, or children, there's a lot of prayers out there called the prayers for the prodigals that are believing that those children and those people that have fallen away from our Heavenly Father's home are on their way back. So whatever situation for you, where you've been, or people you're believing God for, keep pressing in and pray for them, because they will come back. Pray without ceasing. Again, this is Tiffany Wittrick for Lebanon Mennonite Church, Encouraging Encounters. From my husband's field to your home, have a blessed day. Bye.